What's up everyone and welcome back to another gameplay series. This is 60 seconds. It is designed by Robot Gentleman. And thanks to the devs we're able to try it out and give our feedback to them, and hopefully it helps. So it is basically a survival game set in a nuclear fallout. And it's kind of like a point and click type style, but not really. Like, I'll go ahead and show you guys. So the atomic drill is the tutorial. The apocalypse is actually when the bombs drop, and then you gotta scavenge stuff within 1 minute in order to get what you can to survive. So let's get started. We're gonna do it on Fat Man normal difficulty, and hopefully we don't die. I mean, I have tried the tutorial, and from what I can tell, it's going to be a challenge for sure. Let's do this. Alright, so there's plenty of food and stuff right there.
Blah 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 blah.
I can't move. What is going on? It's not letting me move. That's weird. Hold on, I gotta check the settings. It might have it played in with the controller for some reason. There we go. I have a controller plugged in, guys. I play other games with it, and yeah. So, we'll retry this. Alright. So we get a few seconds to look around and see where things are at, so we can kind of plan our scavenging to get what we can to survive. Now, I will tell you right off the bat, I will not save all 4 family members, because that means you have to feed more people, and your food and water does not last that long. So I will only be saving 1 of them. Probably the wife, because, I mean, it just makes sense. 2 adults as compared to a child and adult, yeah. 2 adults, they can make more children later on, so, yeah. They can't in the game though, guys. Don't worry. But yeah, it just seems logical that way. Alright, let's do this. Much better. It's on. Blah 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 blah. When I'm down to 10 seconds left. Some people might do that, but I'm not one of them. I don't take chances. Alright. So now we gotta survive with what I just scavenged. There's not a lot there, but hopefully it's enough. We do not have a med kit, we do not have weapons. We have a radio though. We might be able to call for help. And basically on this little map, I guess you can kind of click it to kind of choose where they're going to scavenge at. Hold on. You guys can hover over this food and water to see how many you got as well. It's we got 6 cans of food and 3 bottles of water. Basically 1 bottle of water and 1 can of food will feed them for 4 days and give them water for 4 days. So you only have to eat and drink every 4 days if you're wanting to absolutely survive as best you can. Just the 2 of us. There wasn't enough time to get the kids. But surely, this is just a drill, and they're okay, right? Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans. We'll sleep from cans. Oh, we'll sleep on cans. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. See, I like this comedy. The Robot Gentleman actually has quite a bit of little comedy in here, and it's pretty funny. Some of them get really funny. There's just barely enough water for everyone. We will have to ration it strictly. Not really. There's enough for you guys to last for a good 12 days. You maniacs! You blew it up! Ah! That's something we should have told our neighbors before they blew up their barbecue last spring. Those were good times, even if they wasted a perfectly good barbecue. Right? Why would you do that? Why would you ever waste that? Look at that, he's already growing a beard, man. If he grows a beard that quick, it's only been one day, man. What's on the radio? Can you click it? I don't hear nothing. Oh, there's something. They talk like robots. Alright. Fond memories are one thing, but we need to be ready for the harsh reality that awaits us. Dolores is quite calm, given this situation. There's nothing going on with Ted. Nothing new, anyway. Alright, still day 2, so we got 2 more days before they have to go. Okay, we're gonna send Dolores out. So we're gonna go ahead and click that. I know they can survive for 12 days, but I mean, maybe that's not a good idea. Yeah, we'll go later on when it's closer to where they're starting to run out of stuff. We heard something about supply drops on the radio. This just might be what we need to survive, and it's supposed to happen near our house. Shall we go out and see if it's really worth it happening? I don't know what that is. Oh, that's gas mask. Okay. Yeah, we should go out either way. You don't need a gas mask for that. Supply drops are good. Alright. It was too dangerous to go out there without any protection, so we decided to stay indoors and listen to the radio. The static is so relaxing. That sounds so sarcastic. Dolores has to drink something. Ted is really thirsty. See, now it's day 3. Now they have to drink and eat. And as you see, it only took half the can because each one of these will feed 4 people for 1 day. Or for 4 days, rather, since they only have to eat and drink every 4 days. Alright. The contamination in our town is still strong. Scavenging in these situations, or in these conditions, could result in radiation sickness. So basically, guys, you want to keep one of these adults in the base at all time, or at least somebody in this base, because if they're all gone, some raiders can come in here and steal your base, and then it's game over. It's difficult to keep our spirits up in this situation. We do hope this whole mess will be over soon, or else we might end up in a place much worse than this cozy shelter. We show them dead lying there on the lawn. Maybe that's their kids, because I totally left the kids. Who knows? They don't know if their kids are alive. I mean, they didn't leave this place yet. Oh, look, there's an empty can right here. 5.5 cans. And if you click on the people, it'll tell you a little bit about them. If they are feeling tired, sick, or whatever, it'll show it there. Alright. Some mornings we feel a bit hopeless. We need to pull ourselves together and be more optimistic. The army can't be far. Everything seems okay with Dolores. No new problems are troubling Ted at this fine moment. Okay, no need to ration supplies. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk to our health right now. We do not have a health kit, so we can't risk it. We've been smelling something funny in our shelter ever since we woke up. Sure enough, there was something. Something or someone started a fire, and it's already spreading. We can't save everything. What do we save from... okay, what do we save from the flames? Our radio? That's all we got? Alright, so it looks like we did manage to save the radio. We need our source of information. We went for the radio first, and we were able to grab it before it was engulfed by flames. Unfortunately, our other supplies weren't so lucky. We need to evaluate our losses. You know, dude, we didn't really have any other supplies other than the map and the radio, so I don't think we lost anything. So that's a little bit of a lie. Today's been a find for Dolores thus far. There isn't much going on with Ted. No trouble, nothing new. So I like these little graphics. They're like really nice cartoony graphics. It's really awesome. And the tunes, the little background music is very soothing. It's got this little dance beat to it. Like a cartoon comedy would have. And there's like a fly flying around there. That's pretty cool. The contamination in our town is still strong. Scavenging could result in radiation sickness. We do not want that. There are only so many things you can do in this tiny bunker. So we thought, hey, why not play some games? They're not just for kids, you know. What games? We're gonna draw little stick figures on the wall? Apparently not. Our little air duct that is still turning slowly. Uh-oh, it stopped. No air circulation. Oh no, we're gonna suffocate. Never mind. Never mind. We played Truth or Dare. When it turned out, we only kept asking questions, and the most common was, are we going to eat something besides tomato soup? We decided that's enough games for now. If there's one thing we need, it's water for Dolores. Ted needs water to survive. It is day 6, so we have to drink and eat again. Starting to run low. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk to our health right now. We cannot risk it yet. I wish I could have gotten that gas mask, because then we could go out no problem. And much less risk. A knock on the door is not something we take highly these days. So when a man came to our doorstep today, how does a bunker have a doorstep? Okay, whatever. Offering us a highly profitable game of cards. We weren't convinced. It's a bet of 2 cans of soup and a card game. A reasonable choice in our situation? Not really. We got plenty of soup. We don't need to bet any of our food. No, never bet our food. So he looks really bored right now. And she's like, yeah, whatever, dude. She looks very angry at him. Gambling is a terrible habit. What kind of example is that to set the kids? Well, the kids are gone, so we need supplies, but we're not getting them like that. We'd sooner rob someone. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Except we ain't got weapons to do that, so good luck with that idea. We sent that man away. Good riddance, right? We don't want any visitors in our bunker. Stay away, people. Dolores is fine and well. As much as anyone can be fine and well in this tiny shelter. There isn't much going on with Ted right now. Alright. It looks like the area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe unless you don't mind getting sick. Still not safe yet. About day 10 I think is when it becomes a little bit safer. Which gives us plenty of time because that means we're 2 days ahead of our supplies. Oh dear, we just remembered we planned on taking a trip south in 2 months. If it's still there, we are going, right? We're pretty sure they don't bomb warm places. Sorry to disappoint you, dude. Radiation thing. The vent's still broken up there. It looks like we lost all power altogether. Oh, by the way, guys, you can click these lights, and you can make it go all crazy, clicky eyes. Sorry if that causes some seizures. Let's just leave all those questions be for now. Dolores is fine and well. Ted is fine. I'm not gonna rate them if they're gonna repeat themselves. Alright, well, neighborhood is still highly radioactive. I'm not risking it yet. There's never a good time to go out into the radioactive wasteland. But it seems this will become a necessity in this new world of ours. We thought it would be a good idea to make this happen sooner rather than later, and we planned a trip outside. Before we could make the third step beyond the shelter doors, an unknown creature started growling at us in the darkness. We had only moments to decide what to do. Well, we can't do anything. So you turn and run back to the shelter. Am I right? Well, none of them seem injured, so must be right. In other circumstances, we might have risked battling a beast in the darkness, but for some reason, we felt that it was not to our liking. So we screamed and screamed with terror. The creature was probably more afraid of us than we were of it. It left in a hurry. Well, that wasn't what I thought they would have done, but they screamed like little girls, so. Dolores will not last long without water. Where is water when Ted needs it? Food and water time. Got enough for 3 more feedings and drinks. Alright, Dolores, you gotta go. Yeah, we gotta go. We thought it'd be a great idea to have some role-playing fun and created our own shelter theater group. We called it the Thunderdome. The Thunderdome. That sounds better. We spent the rest of our day trying to write a script for our performance. We almost got into a fight over it and decided that maybe it would be best to play something else. They drew their daughter. She's dead, you know that, right? Alright, time to go out, Dolores. We decided to act out scenes from our favorite movies and to amuse ourselves, at least for a moment. For some reason, every time we picked a new scene, we ended up with one from the Humphrey Bogart film. I don't know what that is, but it sounds funny. Dolores is quite calm given the situation. There's no new problems for Ted. Alright, so we fed them yesterday. They're good to go. Dolores, you're going out. This is a good day to go outside, stretch a bit, get some fresh, toxic air. See what I mean? It's got that tongue-in-cheek comedy and that's pretty funny. Maybe scavenge a thing or two. We sure could use some extra supplies. Yes, we could. Get out there and go get us some, Dolores. And the door opens and she leaves. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for part 1. This is actually pretty entertaining and pretty amusing. Good job with the devs doing this. It's got quite a bit of a deep little story to it, and based on your first decisions, you'll have different outcomes each and every time. So if you're not lucky enough to get a good bunch of supplies, you're not going to last for long at all. We've lasted 11 days so far, and I don't plan to die anytime soon. So hopefully Dolores gets back before we have to drink all 3 of this water that remains. Because that's enough for 3 times with him. Maybe more, but I don't know. Well, yeah. Okay, so 4, 5, 6. So he can drink that 6 times, which is quite a few days. And he's got plenty of food yet. He's still got 4.5 food. And so yeah. Oops. Don't want to read that right now. We'll read that next time. See you guys then. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, I will leave a link to the game in the description. If you want to check out this awesome little fun game, be sure to check that out on Steam. It's in early access, I believe, and yeah, support the devs, guys. They are pretty awesome, and they've created this really amusing little game. So thanks again for the devs for letting us try this out, and we will be sure to make some more videos on this and kind of continue until at least we die or get rescued, whichever it is. Hopefully I'll plan to beat this game. I don't like leaving a game unfinished, so I will beat it. That's a guarantee. I will beat it. Alright guys, So yeah, my first impressions on it, it's fun. It's got some little comedy in there, and if they go insane, I think they get like a little sock puppet or something. In the tutorial, my guy went insane, so he was like talking to a sock puppet. It was pretty funny. And they doodle on the walls sometimes with some Easter eggs for other games and the developers themselves. Like I've seen a radioactive cow, like the cows from Fallout. The Brahmas rather, and I've seen the robot gentleman over here, and I've seen a couple of them somewhere else too. I don't remember where. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Until next time, I will see you around. See yas. What's up everyone, and welcome back to another gameplay series. This is 60 seconds. It is designed by Robot Gentleman. And thanks to the devs, we're able to try it out and give our feedback to them, and hopefully it helps. So it is basically a survival game set in a nuclear fallout, and it's kind of like a point-and-click type style, but not really. Like, I'll go ahead and show you guys. So the atomic drill is the tutorial. The apocalypse is actually when the bombs drop, and then you gotta scavenge stuff within 1 minute in order to get what you can to survive. So let's get started. We're gonna do it on Fat Man normal difficulty, and hopefully we don't die. I mean, I have tried the tutorial, and from what I can tell, it's going to be a challenge for sure. Let's do this. Alright, so there's plenty of food because, I mean, it just makes sense. 2 adults as compared to a child and adult. Yeah. 2 adults, they can make more children later on, so yeah. They can't in the game though, guys. Don't worry. But yeah, it just seems logical that way. Alright, let's do this. Much better. It's on. And stuff right there. I can't move. What is going on? It's not letting me move. That's weird. Hold on, I gotta check the settings. It might have it played in with the controller for some reason. There we go. I have a controller plugged in, guys. I play other games with it, and yeah. So, well, retry this. Alright. So we get a few seconds to look around and see where things are at, so we can kind of plan our scavenging to get what we can to survive. Now, I will tell you right off the bat, I will not save all 4 family members, because that means you have to feed more people, and your food and water does not last that long. So I will only be saving 1 of them, probably the wife.